Welcome back to the latest episode of TT Plays. My name's Sung Soo, and I'm thrilled to be here today. And I want to start this episode off by saying thank you to the Weebs of the Shore. They obviously only picked 8 people to give spoilers, as you can kind of see in the screen here. So after me, you have Banner Knight Stu, TM32, and Red Zone Rogue. Be sure to keep them out. And then obviously, you can find all of the spoilers you missed over on Gabri. Thank you so much for keeping that site up to date. So I do have a little bit of self-promotion before we dive into this episode for the spoilers while you're actually here. In Las Vegas, I will have some Franklin t-shirts to give away. Franklin's right over there, alive, healthy. He's just sitting some scoots over there. So I've got these in a couple different colors, and I've got them in gamer sizes. I'll be giving 6 away. So I've got them in large to double XL. All you have to do is come up to me, show me you're subscribed, and give me a number between 1 and 150. If you get the number right on, I'll give you one of the shirts. Otherwise, at the end of the weekend, I'll take the people closest to the numbers. I'll text you or find you on Discord, and I'll give you the shirts there. So if you're interested in the shirt, just come find me in Vegas. I've got 6 of them I'm giving away. It's got the TT Plays logo on the back, Franklin on the front. Give me a number between 1 to 150, and maybe you can get a free t-shirt. All right, on to the reason you're actually here, the spoilers. And we're going to start off with Buried Grief. Action, Cleric, 3, Slow, and Normal. We're going to draw 2 cards, then put a card from our hand on top of our deck. So the immediate synergy with this is going to be something like Cometfall. And any future star callings they print of where the star calling is a significant cost decrease here. This is kind of what we're going to be looking for with Buried Grief here. So I like this card. Obviously, we could just cast the Cosmic Bolt instead of casting the Buried Grief, right? We do end up in a little bit of deficit. We don't get the card draw there, but I really like it for future star calling reasons, right? Cometfall immediately comes to mind. If I have 4 cards in my hand, I can't cast the Cometfall. I could Bury Grief, put it on top, resolve my Glimpse, and then I could. So I am optimistic about Buried Grief. I'm thankful to the Weebs for giving me a Cleric spoiler, and I'm holding out hope that our girl Arisana can turn into a real girl in the next expansion. So for my next 2 spoilers, they're kind of in a little bit more of an abstract form. And this one, I want to tell you a story about a young man at his first ascent. Whew, okay, here we are. First ascent. I don't know how some of these cards work. There's so many text on this card here. How can I figure out how this card... might have to ask someone for help here. Yeah. Judge?
Yeah, hi. How can I help?
Hey, so I'm so sorry to bother you here. I know you're real busy. I just got questions. This card has so many keywords on it. I don't understand all of them. The first one here says class bonus. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, class bonus is fairly simple. You see the word after dash, assassin? If your champion's first word after the dash is also assassin, then you get all the abilities after it.
Okay, so when I'm a spirit, I won't have those class bonus abilities, but as long as they match up, I'll be able to utilize whatever that keyword is.
As long as the top card matches with this card, you can do whatever after it.
Okay, and the keyword here, fast activation, what does that mean?
Well, fast activation means that you can play it whenever you're on your opponent's turn as well, whenever your opponent lets you.
Okay, so fast activation, I can play it just like it was a fast card. And if I don't have that, I have to just treat it like a normal slow ally. Okay, sorry, there's just a couple more keywords on here while you're here, if you don't mind answering. So on champion hit, when do I get all this? On champion hit,
you get to do that if it deals attack damage or combat damage to another champion. And then you get everything after it.
Okay. What about ambush? How does ambush work here? I've never heard of that before.
I've also never heard of that. What is this ambush? Where did you get this card?
Oh, well, it's just a Sinister Mind Reaver, right? We have class bonus, fact activation, ambush, and on champion hit. So what does this do?
It's pretty interesting. So ambush, to me, it seems it's more similar to Lurking Assailant from Fractured Crown. If another unit is attacked, not this, it can still hit back without taking the damage from the attack. But it deals the damage back to them. It's pretty good.
Okay, would that still work with the on champion hit too then?
Yeah, it's the same because it's in combat. You still get to get the champion hit, if of course it's a champion's attacking.
Yeah, so if Lorraine attacks me, I could play the Sinister Mind Reaver if I'm an Umbra Assassin at fast speed. I could then ambush with it, and we'd trigger the on champion hit, which is look at your opponent's memory, and you can discard up to 2 cards from it. If you do, they draw that many cards into memory. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good ability. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think the may discard item's really big. We don't have to discard if they have, cards we want them to have down in memory. How would this interact with something like Tithe Proclamation then?
Well, because it says draw cards, it works the same as as if they were to draw cards into hand. So, like, if they have already drawn 3 cards, then they don't get to draw anymore, and they just discard 2. It's pretty good. It's
Wow,
pretty smart.
that sounds awesome for an uncommon. It only costs 2. I'm really happy I
Yeah.
opened this card.
Yeah, congrats, man. It's very, very good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming over. Sorry to bug you with the judge call. Hope you have a great day.
No problem. You too. Hope you win the Ascent.
All characters appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Finally, we make it to the big show. This is my chance to prove to everyone that my grandpa's deck is good enough. Let's see. Who am I playing in round 1? God, it's Caben from True Champion Gaming. He's the best player the world's ever seen. I can't believe we've made it this far just to run into Caben in round 1. And he's playing Rye. Our nemesis Rye. How will we ever defeat him? Gah! A fireball already! It's only turn 4! With all his banished arcane cards and level counters, this fireball is coming in for 28 points of damage! But wait, he doesn't know about my secret weapon. Even I forgot about it. The Hailstorm Guard. I'll block all 28 points of that damage and mill myself for 28 instead. Victory is within reach. 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. All right. A lot of floating memory. What was it?
So you'll mill yourself for 28? Now what?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of floating memory. I don't know how I'm supposed to win the game. I only got the one bill card as a spoiler.
Okay, well, I'll just fireball you again for lethal?
Another fireball? Yeah, no response. I guess we can go to game 2. Hey, I do want to take a moment and thank Clem for coming on. They do fantastic content for beginners over on their YouTube channel, youtube.com/Clem Hopkins. Clem, I think you'll also be commentating at the upcoming Worlds. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll be there. Come to the stage, meet me, say hi. We can hang out a bit if I have time.
That'll be awesome. And then you're really involved in the Areas Card Shop Online League, right? Basically, it's a EU online league. EU Yeti, basically, is what I think of it as.
Yeah. It's the same as Yetis, but for Europeans, and our free Fridays are open to everyone. So even if you're in America, come join us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I hope we get to work together in the future. Have a great day.
Me too, and you too.
I did also want to thank Caben and everyone over at True Champion Gaming. You can find them on YouTube or, of course, at truechampiongaming.com. We may have lost game 1, but he'll never be ready for my sideboard.